The battle over TikTok in the United States has evolved into a full-scale national debate about the intersection of national security, free speech, and the future of social media platforms. For millions of Americans, TikTok is a hub of creativity and connection. However, its Chinese ownership by ByteDance has raised significant concerns among lawmakers, universities, and federal agencies. What's unfolding is not just about one app. It's a precedent-setting conversation about how technology, privacy, and global politics intersect. At the heart of the debate are fears that TikTok's vast troves of user data, including location information and browsing habits, could be accessed by the Chinese government. ByteDance has denied such claims, emphasizing its measures to safeguard U.S. user data, including routing traffic through U.S.-based servers. Yet, these assurances haven't quelled fears. The bipartisan support for the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary-Controlled Applications Act, currently under Senate review, underscores the broad concern that TikTok poses a threat to national security. If passed, the law would force ByteDance to sell TikTok or face a ban that would remove the app from U.S. app stores and block its functionality. The government's scrutiny of TikTok is not new. Former President Donald Trump sought to ban the app in 2020, but his efforts were blocked by court rulings citing overreach and First Amendment violations. The Biden administration has taken a different route, using committees and legislation to address concerns. This ongoing battle highlights the tension between the need for national security and the rights enshrined in the Constitution, particularly the First Amendment. TikTok's challenge argues that banning the app infringes on free speech rights, not just for the company, but for the millions of creators and users who rely on the platform for expression and information. The debate extends beyond government offices into university campuses. Across the U.S., institutions such as Texas A&M University, Auburn University, and the University of Texas at Austin have banned TikTok from their networks and devices. In many cases, these bans align with state laws prohibiting the use of the app on government-owned devices. Universities justify the bans as a precautionary measure to protect sensitive data, but the move has sparked backlash from students who view it as a restriction on their freedom. Many students have expressed frustration at losing access to a platform that has become integral to their social and professional lives, and some are finding workarounds, such as using personal Wi-Fi or VPNs. The implications of a nationwide TikTok ban are vast and ripple far beyond the app itself. TikTok is not just a social platform. It is a major economic driver. Over 5 million U.S. businesses use TikTok to reach audiences, and creators have built lucrative careers on the platform. A ban would force these businesses and creators to adapt quickly, potentially shifting their focus to alternatives like Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and even X, formerly Twitter, which are vying to capture TikTok's audience. These platforms may benefit in the short term, but the precedent of a government ban raises questions for them as well. Could other social media platforms with international ties face similar scrutiny? What about platforms like YouTube, which hosts global content and influences public opinion? This debate also forces us to examine the broader role of social media in society. Platforms like TikTok shape public discourse and amplify voices, but they also raise significant concerns about privacy and misinformation. What standards should social media companies be held to? And how do we balance the need for open communication with legitimate security concerns? As the legislative and legal battles continue, Americans are left grappling with these questions. The First Amendment guarantees freedom of speech, but that right is not absolute. Courts will have to decide whether TikTok's operation genuinely threatens national security or whether the government's actions overreach into unconstitutional territory. For now, the clock is ticking for TikTok, with January 2025 as a critical turning point. The Supreme Court is set to hear arguments from TikTok about why the proposed federal ban violates free speech, setting the stage for a decision that could shape the future of digital expression in the U.S. In the meantime, the spotlight on TikTok has raised the stakes for other platforms and challenged users, businesses, and policymakers to consider the broader implications of regulating digital spaces. Whatever happens, This case has already set the stage for a new chapter in the evolving relationship between technology, governance, and individual rights. Whether TikTok survives this storm or becomes a cautionary tale, its journey is a reminder that the digital world is no longer separate from our political, social, and constitutional fabric. It's at the very center of it.